Hey y'all, JD here, and man, I love Scott the Woz so much. I can see Scream and then the presentation and the format of the episode. So, oh, the skits, everything about the show, Persona 5. Ah. Oh hell yeah! I fucking love Scott the Woz, from the presentation to the characters to straight out everything. This is the YouTuber that pretty much inspired many people. He's the perfect formula of both AVGN with his own original creation, which is just amazing. Today I'm gonna be putting out my top 5 favorite Scott the Woz episodes. Oh, oh, oh. Without further ado, let's do this.
Hey y'all, Scott here. It's time to kick back, relax, get your heart rate questionably low because today I'm going to be showing you what happens when drywall and video games come together.
The game where this is an episode that pretty much I always loved seeing other collectors do. That being said, coming in at number 5, we have the game room. This is one of the episodes I've actually been wanting Scott to do for actually a pretty long time, and I'm actually glad he did it, because it's actually something that you never thought he would do. Of course, it did receive a follow-up game called Game Collecting, but also this episode shows that not only because sometimes YouTubers that are non-collectors can do show the game room as well. And just a heads up before either way, I really appreciate the way Scott handled this episode. From showing everything in Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. And another thing I really love about this episode, it's actually an episode that I keep coming back to. With other collectors, they usually do no volume, or no music. I've seen a lot of gamers that do this, but with this episode, I really appreciate how music was used in all sorts of video games. And don't get me wrong, this episode was from 2018, as he has gotten in more games and since then, like game packaging, and game packaging. But other than that, this episode is a damn good time.
Gas leak or something. Maybe that's why everybody's dying. Thanks, I was talking. Oh shit, it was you! Take off your mask, who are you? I never would have guessed!
It's time to meet your end.
Getting murdered is the least of my concerns right now. Why did you do it?
Shit deserved it, he wondered. I was too shy to mention that I was the one that killed him, so I thought it'd be easier to kill everyone.
Really? 5 homicides and that's your reason?
Make that 6.
You ever hear of the Madden curse?
Oh, my foot!
Sometimes you need something else to change your life. Just a heads up, the rest of these episodes that are going to be on this list are mainly focused on episodes. That being said, coming in at number 4, we have The Great Mysteries of Gaming. Now, as you saw throughout the clip, of course, that was a fight with the masked guy, who was by one of the murders. Either way, this episode is just so damn funny. Like, yeah, it may be sad at first, but then you'll realize that this is actually meant to be a joke. I mean, of course, the actor who played Jeff Seth didn't really die. He's just playing it. Yeah. Again, I mean, that's part of acting. On the other hand, and getting back to the episode, now actually before that, when we talk about the plot, in this episode, Scott pretty much gets invited to a party by Chet Shaft. Of course, Scott murdered him, for various reasons. But other than that, it's still a really good episode. Of course, I have to mention the presentation. I didn't mention it in my last clip, but I'll mention it here. The presentation is amazing. Of course focused on the stuff that's talked about compared to other stuff that's also mentioned. Stuff like the creepy things in Mario Galaxy 2. Jumping over the flagpole Mario. And of course, the Madden curse. With great force and everything, and it is well written enough to not only one of my favorite Scott the Woz episodes, it's one of my favorite episodes of all time. Or one of my favorite Scott the Woz episodes, I guess.
Everybody in my contacts list. If you stop by tonight, we'll play.
Don't lie. I've lied before, and it's too fun.
Chibi Robo Ziplash.
Did not take you as a Ziplash fan.
I'm not. I knew you were lying, and I'm finally willing to give Gex a shot.
Oh no.
It's the Gex. Anyone up for round Gex?
What if I told you I didn't even own Gex and I wasn't lying about Ziplash?
That's ridiculous. We played Gex that one time.
That was a Meeple Festival.
Well, that
was Ultra Smash.
But
that was a car wash we went through together.
Hey, I heard you didn't own Gex.
From myself?
Yeah. Word gets around.
You keep these on you? I thought you hated Gex.
Hey, I cross-reference that copy whenever I need to be reminded how much I hate Gex. Yeah. Yeah, that lizard.
Alright, let's play Gex.
Now we're getting to the episodes that are just not only some of the most amazing Scott the Woz episodes, but possibly some of the best videos ever made. That being said, at number 3, we have Chibi Robo Ziplash, the Darkest Age of Nintendo, which by the way is the final part of the Dark Age of Nintendo trilogy. Of course, this, as you all know, this has been Scott's most hated video game for a very, very long time. And after years of refusing to do it, he finally did it. I mean, don't get me wrong, this episode, this game has been memed by a lot of people, but he never did a full review until now. Now, I should mention that this episode is more like a skit, but also a little bit on topic, because of course this is a game review. Like, oh my god, this episode is just freaking fantastic. I mean, what you're seeing right now is the anti-gags. Even though the therapist, which played by Justin, so sorry for pronouncing, plays the therapist, and again, the characters are spot on. I mean, the anti-gags fight is probably one of the coolest YouTube fights I ever seen. And from the animation, pretty much to everything. And even though the guy he never talks, people actually feel it is if it talks. Either way, this is one of my favorite Scott the Woz episodes because of the presentation from the game he focused on, and of course the Scott's rants. This is by far a masterpiece. But if it's a masterpiece wise in number 3, well, there are 2 more episodes we have to go through, as they are even better. Which are they? Well, let's find them number 2 right now.
Woo! It's pretty good, right? And don't you stand there thinking you can't have a high like this. Come on, there's a Madden for everybody. I know, it's pretty wild, right? And take my word for it, EA Sports cracked the code and has made sure that each and every Madden game is a different stroke for a different folk.
Madden 03 and 4, you played for the lore, packed with stuff never done before. Madden 97, turn it to 11, this game can cure all kinds of depression. Madden 25, what did we travel through time? Nah, it's pretty alright. John Madden football, now I've seen it all. Shows how the mighty just refuse to fall. Pick any game you want, you have my guarantee, cause there's a Madden just for me.
Yeah, I know, I hate talking politics, but everybody has a right to Madden. Just ask the Madden 3DS community. Those guys get it.
Madden Overdrive, not a nosedive. EA Sports, you continue to thrive. What's their bottom goal? They're honest intent, providing players with pride and accomplishment. Madden CD, oh boy, oh gee, why can't these things start growing on trees? Madden 08, it's Nirvana on a plate.
I don't like that one.
You're a big disgrace. Pick any game you want, you have my guarantee. 'Cause there's not you.
Yeah, I like this one.
What you just heard is not only one of the greatest YouTube songs, probably one of the greatest songs I've ever heard, even though it's a YouTube song. Coming at that being said, at number 2, we have Scott the Woz's Magnum Opus. It's awesome, baby. This is his 100th episode, and he really pushed hard for it. I mean, let's start at the very beginning. Let's dress up the characters. Now, I don't know the character's name for this one, but the characters are amazing. They are so memorable. I mean, this is where this is one of those episodes where I love Scott the most compared to other episodes that I actually didn't like Desert Island Gaming, and to some sort 2 years in, anime games, etc. Oh, by the way, those were bad episodes. But anyway, next up, the presentation. The presentation is just amazing. I mean, and the atmosphere, even the atmosphere feels more realistic, and also animated. Not animated. But anyway, onto the plot. The plot is basically Scott just talking about Madden. I'm sorry. Dick Vitale's awesome, baby. Coach Hoops, which as we all know, unfortunately got taken down with But on the other hand, you have pretty much everything you want in a Scott the Woz episode. I also want to talk about the music. You have everything in the music, everything about the music. They just put so much effort into this music. I mean, you have the opening credits, the aforementioned, There's a Madden for Me, the battle theme, and of course the end credits. I mean, I know I played this song earlier, but I'm playing it again for this clip, just because, oh my god, this song is so damn good. You're hearing the main theme right now, of course you're gonna hear the battle theme in a minute, but seriously though, I mean, just imagine it's a random guy putting a background on the Genesis packs. We have also it's still amazing. Getting is also pretty similar. I'm not gonna spoil it, but this episode is just everything you want in this episode. I don't even need to say anything else, but then go watch this episode. Well, there's an episode at number 1 that's not only
To make your insufferable pain more fun, I got you all gifts.
Is it a cure for 0-degree burns?
Oh, even better. Listen, take them, open them up, and let me know when you guys forget that you were totally murdered a few months back.
What is this?
We've got American Idol on PS2. It's $2.99, of course it blew. Karaoke Revolution with no microphone, that might be fun. DJ band and guitar hero, just discuss the games? Price point zero. Games are games, ignore the fuss. FIFA there and everywhere. 99 cents, that's not even fair. Skylanders, it was just a phase. I turned these copies into a maze. Lego Dimensions that really exists? I guarantee you, it was a miss. Games that are the anti-ass. Just take paddleboard and use swine. Play it before it goes offline. Madden 16, 17, 18. Not as good as 08, pretty blatantly. But who cares? It's at a great price. Presents that'll make anybody say nice. Gifts with value and some class. It's a bargain in Christmas.
What the f?
This is not only one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time, but one of my favorite Scott the Woz episodes. Like, in fact, this probably might be my favorite YouTube video of all time. Because this episode gets everything right. That being said, at number 1, we have It's a Bargain Bin Christmas. Yes. Again, this episode gets everything right. Like everything. When I mean everything you will want in a Scott the Woz episode. Like it proves that not only that YouTube videos can be skits or anything, they could be short movies or even movies in general. And that's what this episode is. A skit's a short movie that pretty much perfects everything YouTube could ever ask for. I mean, this is easily an amazing episode. I'm gonna start off with the plot this time. In this episode, Scott pretty much accidentally goes on debt just for buying too many copies of Frink Smash, and now he pretty much has to pay debt. In order to pay debt, he has to host a party for murder victims. But what stands us apart is that it pretty much turns into a magical experience. And when I mean magical, I mean levels of Persona 4 levels of golden levels of magical. I mean, it's just an amazing episode. Like I know I keep repeating myself, but oh my god, I just can't stop praising this episode enough. Just listen. Look at this. I mean, you already heard the one of the musical songs. Not to mention, Scott did complete his Madden 08 collection. And I know I'm kind of showing you the ending. You know, you can't hear it, but this is still, again. And they got Vince Young and AVG and aka James Rolfe. Oh, how better can you get? And okay, I have to make this quick short, but again, this is everything you want in a Scott the Woz episode. Everything is perfected from pretty much the characters, the atmosphere, or just pretty much everything. And I know I could talk a lot about this episode. Unfortunately, I have to make my clip short, as I mentioned before. But again, this is one of the greatest YouTube videos I've ever seen. This will probably be my favorite YouTube video, not only for 10 years, probably for a lifetime. I mean, this episode, it's so amazing. From everything about it I said before, and I know I'm repeating myself, but the jokes are there. I mean, just wow! I can't stop praising this episode enough. Whatever that, and that's why It's a Bargain Bin Christmas is not only the my pick for my number 1 favorite Scott the Woz episode, but quite possibly the best Scott the Woz episode you can ever ask for. It's amazing and a masterpiece of an episode. So that concludes my list of Scott the Woz episodes. Please feel free to let me know in the comments down below your favorite Scott the Woz memes is. Scott the Woz is definitely an amazing YouTuber, and I really hope he continues to make amazing content in the future. I'm jdthemightymesprit, and there will always be one true Scott the Woz.